Here's a mighty chicken.
Head mics, please.
There's some bunnies too, I guess.
Okay. We have about 30 seconds.
Marv, your minutes of last month said you would bring us Plant Moran's report this month. Is that happening?
I just printed it out today,
So you have it, but nobody else has it. Okay.
but you'll get it.
Okay.
I think you just got it, didn't you?
A little bit ago, but been on election and vacation. Good afternoon. I'd like to call the Green Lake Township Board of Trustees regular meeting to order. It is 6 p.m. on August 11th, 2026.
5:30.
Or 5:30, sorry. Looking at this one here. My apologies. 5:30 corrected. Judy, can you do a roll call, please?
Merrick,
Here.
Biondo, McDonald, Biganowski,
Here.
Kramer here, and West,
Here.
and Radke.
Here, we have a full board, thank you. Before we move on to the next item, I'm going to make a request. If you have an electronic device or anything that makes noise, if you could put it on vibrate or mute, it'd be greatly appreciated. With that being said, we'll rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is the approval of the agenda. Is any board member wishing to add, remove, supplement, correct?
I would like to, under new business, remove a resolution to approve rezoning and replace it with the one that we were brought tonight, which is actually an ordinance. I believe the number's wrong. I don't think our ordinances start with ZOA if it's a regular ordinance, but I'd like to switch the resolution with the ordinance.
Okay, we got a motion by Baganowski, supported by McDonald. Any discussion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carried. Any other changes, alterations? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended. Motion by Biondo, supported by West, to approve the agenda as amended. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Thank you. The next item is the approval of the consent agenda, which contains minutes of 7/14/2026, monthly bills, treasurer's report, and bills. Is there any member of the public wishing to remove an item from the consent agenda? Any staff? Any board member? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion by Merrick, supported by
Kramer,
Kramer. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Biondo, excuse me, McDonald, Biganowski,
Yes.
Merrick,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Kramer, yes, and Radke.
Yes. Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is the declaration of conflict of interest. Is there any board member wishing to declare a conflict of interest with any item on our agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to reports. We have the written reports from the chief. Our community police officer is on vacation. I don't see anybody from Road Commission or the County Board of Commissioners. That's one of the quicker reports we've had on our agenda in a while. We'll move on to the next item, public comment. Is there anybody willing to step up and make comments to this board? I'd ask that you rise, go to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Direct your comments through me to this board, and limit of 3 minutes. Any member of the public wishing to do so?
Wow.
Seeing none. Oh, okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to postponed business, which is the treasurer bank rec follow-up. I did get some contact from Carolyn Lorenz of Plant Moran. They are happy to report that the tax bank rec project has been completed. exclamation point. She worked with Andy and had 4 identifiers that needed to be corrected. Andy did so and went through and they revised the tax checking bank recs from February 26th through June 26th. And we are all set with them. They do make a recommendation that perhaps Andy could send Plant Moran the bi-monthly disbursement work paper prior to issuing the payments with BSNA. This is to ensure the new tax year disbursement paperwork is set up correctly and the tax liability accounts are being relieved timely and for the correct amounts. So I do have an email. I'll send that forward of what action was taken to be done. So please look in your mailbox in the next 24 to 48 hours. You'll have the written comments from Plant Moran. So we seem to be on track. Everything seems to be good to go in that regards there. And we'll be able to prep for an audit, upcoming audit via UHY. Any questions, comments in that? Hearing none. We'll go on to new business. Dave made a motion, Pat supported it, to replace the resolution with an ordinance number, which was laid out. And Mr. Hamilton. Oh, I'm sorry. We have Mr. McDonald here. It went in front of the Planning Commission. Could you give us a brief overview of what transpired?
Yeah, it's a, call it down zoning, or, person wants their almost 40-acre parcel rezoned from higher density to lower density.
Again, another parcel?
Yeah, another one. So, one issue that came up was numerous people from that area, but most of them not from this township, but some of them might have been. Apparently, the scuttlebutt was there may be a heliport put in there, but what the planning commission can tell, it wouldn't make any difference whether it stayed R1 or became R5 as far as guys' right to fly helicopters and back. You might even be allowed to put in more heliports if it stayed R1 than if it went to R5. So,
Correct.
there's, you may have legitimate concerns, but we felt that the rezoning wouldn't have any effect
Bless
on
you.
it. So, it's adjacent to R5 property. It's, a lot of huge land up there, so the planning commission felt it was for, in the public's interest, so we recommend approval.
So this is going from 1 to 5?
Yeah.
Very
Again.
good.
Why do you say again?
We had another one last month that we did the same.
Oh, it's a different people. though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it seems to be people
Another
are-
trend.
different trend. Any questions in regards to the comments? If not, I would entertain a motion on the ordinance number ZOA-26-004.
I think ZOA may be wrong. I think Dave's right on that. Write this down.
It's a zoning ordinance
But it's a
amendment.
Aren't we doing a resolution?
No, we did away with the resolution.
So our naming convention would keep the ZOA?
Yeah.
All right, I'll make the motion that we adopt ordinance ZOA 26-004.
Second.
We have a motion by Baganowski, supported by McDonald, to adopt zoning ordinance number ZOA-26-004, rezoning of property off South Long Lake Road from 1 acre lot size to 5 acre lot sizes. In synopsis. Any discussion?
So what this does is changes the minimum size, basically?
From 1 acre to 5 acre.
Is there any other major changes that happen in that area? Is there something that's allowed that's in R5 that's not in R1, or R1
Farms.
that's not in 5?
There's like 5 use by rights, and then there's maybe 10 special uses. The uses by right are pretty innocuous.
Does it allow accessory buildings without a primary in R5?
Yes, to 1,200, I believe, if I recall the ordinance correctly.
So 1,200 is not big enough for a helicopter? Maybe it is.
Well,
It is.
Maybe it is, maybe it's
Depends on the
not.
size
I
of your
do not know.
helicopter.
The request in front of us is this.
I know.
Any other discussion?
Quit starting rumors.
Master plan supports this?
Yes, it does. Hearing nothing, roll call this, please.
Biondo. West.
Yes.
Kramer, yes. Biganowski.
Yes.
Merrick.
Yes.
McDonald.
Yes.
And Radke.
Yes, the ordinance has been adopted. Okay, we'll move on to the next item on our agenda, which would be an appointment of John Lindsay Dude to the Park and Rec Committee.
I'll make a motion, we appoint John Lindsay Dude to the Parks and Rec Committee at the recommendation of the supervisor.
Second.
We have a motion by Merrick, supported by West, to appoint John Lindsay Dude to the Park and Rec Committee.
Does he happen to be here?
No, he's not here.
Not tonight.
From my understanding, he's an avid runner, bikes. He's a semi-retired attorney at law. And he's really excited about being part of Green Lake Township's Park and Rec.
And he's on our board of review.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Marv, how many people total are on Parks and Rec right now?
9?
Does this,
Yes, so it'll be 9. We'll have an odd number.
all right, so this fills it out, there are no
Yes.
vacancies after this?
Correct.
Okay.
It's an ad hoc, so in that regards there. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Those opposed say no. Okay, motion carries. Next item, correspondence. I do not have anything other than paperwork from AJ's Excavating and Interlochen Center of the Arts. We sat down, Eric Gray of ICA, AJ of AJ's Excavating, and myself, we sat down, met this morning. We signed the agreement that we approved last month, not to exceed $60,000 for our share, and pave it up to the delineated wetland adjacent to the stream, just south of the old elementary school. And so paving of the trail, with the exception of the state park property, should be completed no later than the latter part of October of this year.
That second segment you asked about, how long is that little stub on the other side?
You mean by the school?
Yeah.
It's 300 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, and north, so, and that's, we did the first 3,100 feet for $117,797. Then the second portion of the trail, which would require 2 locations of power pole and a guide, and the elimination of a street light that's redundant on Diamond Park Road intersection. And that is being done at $295,714, I believe, which has been saved for such just of occasion. So the stuff that Paul and Patton started here a decade plus is finally happening.
And I think we need to make sure we acknowledge that Pat spent a lot of time in the last couple of months making sure this got across the finish line, so thank you, sir.
So,
Well, he's been burning the candle at both ends on
When
this
it-
the last couple of months.
When it gets done, who's going to be responsible for upkeep of it?
well, guess who you're looking
You,
at?
Sherry, you're gonna be our DPW plowing
I
that?
thought maybe it'd be the DDA.
It will be a work in progress with ICA, DDA, and GLT.
Because
One
eventually
jacket.
it's going to be there, and now they'll want it snow plowed on top of, in the winter.
Unless it's
That's yet to be determined.
cross-country skiing trail.
The snow trail, because we're gonna have to take care of the sidewalks
That's just
at the
fine.
roundabout. That's our
The
obligation,
board's gonna have to.
yes.
About the rumble strips and the temporary stoplights. You people don't live on 31. You have no idea the trouble we're going through for the people that live there. So quit complaining, live with it. It'll be over in a couple of months and things will be much better. Thank you.
Yes, and you look good in uniform Friday night, too.
You didn't do that, bitch.
I made it over the plate.
Jill Coverdell, 5648 Runwood Way. Just two things. I think it would be very prudent to have the treasurer, Andy, bring verification back to the next meeting that all of the bank accounts for the township have been reconciled. And this would include the actual bank statement and the print-off from BSNA. He did this many months ago, but it's been many months ago. So I think that it would be prudent to see that. And then I think it would also be very wise that Andy develop some type of monthly recap for the tax bank account, showing the collections in and the disbursements out. You know, the July bank showed we got over 2.3 million in receipts and another 1.3 million dispersed. This is a large amount of cash moving through. Andy has sole authority over that account. I don't know if you guys saw that somebody downstate in another township just got charged with absconding with a whole lot of tax dollars out of the tax account.
Yeah,
So-
745,000 worth.
Yeah,
Give or take
over
a
a
penny.
number of period of years, and this is not to say any misdeeds are going on, but I think, again, we need to trust but verify, and that's the only way the board's gonna know that this stuff is being done timely, and we don't get back into the same mess that we were last year and until recently. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment? Hearing none, seeing none, we'll move on to discussion. I'm going to make a request of Judith Kramer to give us an update if she could, please.
Well, we made it through the election. Excuse me, it was a 22-hour day on a primary. I didn't see that coming, but we're going to do better in November. Both of the millages did pass. We ended up having right around, the average is right around like 34% of our voters, 35% that showed up to vote, which is good for a primary. Normally, we have right around 25%. We had issues with receiving board not catching that seals had gotten changed. So we need to work on that for the next election. We ended up having only 295 voters come through for early voting, which makes a long 9 days for the workers. Very grateful that our workers did come in and work for us. It was beautiful weather during those 9 days, and they could have chosen to be at the beach. So that's it.
Okay.
Did you hear the report they put on news? It said only 333 people early voted in Grand Traverse County, and if we had 295 of them here,
That was the wrong number. I think
I
they
would
meant
not
there was
trust the news
3,000
report.
and something that would have voted.
Because Blair had 340 something. That might have been what they were reporting, it's just Blair Township's numbers.
no, they said in the county.
I know what they said. You trust
Yeah.
everything you read on the news?
No, just listen to it.
And the
so.
results are now loaded up on the Grand Traverse County Clerk web page, so you can go to get the definite numbers to see what the total votes were for everybody.
Off the top of your head, you remember the millage percentages on those? Was it 45, 55?
The millage percent, the first one was 66.08%, which was the emergency services.
Fire, yeah.
On fire, and then ALS was 67.91%.
So you guys that thought this was a bad idea to go on the primary, I mean, you were all skeptic about whether it was going to go or not. That's a pretty good indication, I think, that it had support.
Considering that a lot of the schools their millage request didn't pass, I mean, it is good. I was worried because the guys didn't get out and door knock and talk to the public, but it ended up turning out okay.
The only other thing is a reminder that I think we have a cleanup day coming within the next 45 days. If I
That means it's
recall
almost
correctly.
September.
Sorry, September. Any other discussion?
I do want to, since Daryl wasn't here, we had a marine rescue, which is very unusual to have a actual rescue when you're not already have the boat on the water. From the time that we had the boat in the water till we had the person in the boat was about 6 minutes. From the time we were dispatched till the person was in the boat was about 16. Had a good response back from our paid on call, and good reaction with the county sheriffs that came out and helped with that as well. So it was a positive turnout on a marine rescue that happened over on Lake Dubonnet at about 9:30 at night.
You
So
drug
it was-
out our little Zodiac boat?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We got it out, got it in the water, got the patient in the
Who
boat.
pulled it? What'd you pull it with?
A brush truck. Lucas drove that in. Lucas, myself, and D2 were on the boat. Andy Down was with the original responder, steering us in a direction. And Lenton had command on scene until Daryl got there, or until Chief got there. So it was a successful, and it was not very often you get to say that, so kudos to the crew that was there, and everybody worked real well together to make that a smooth, easy rescue. And we rescued the majority of his possessions that didn't sink.
Nice.
Any other discussion, correspondence? I would entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting at 5:54 PM.
Say what?
So move.
Motion by Kramer, supported by Radke, to adjourn this meeting at 5:54 PM. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye. Wow.
Those no, say no. Motion carries, we are adjourned.